teaching over the years, HIPS has been attracting some of the best talents, in terms of lecturers around the country. And we have been producing some of the best students in the whole of Cameroon. In 2016, for example, we produced Lubjizeni, the best student in marketing in the whole of Cameroon. And that same year we produced a wellness store in logistics and transport, the second best student in the whole of Cameroon. Despite the problems we've had, the crisis in the southwest region and the northwest region last year, we taught students just for 2 months. Again, we still produce some of the best records in the country. Enanga Fembe, for example, was the third best in the whole of Cameroon at the level of HND, which we just taught for 2 months because of the crisis. We had Eta Agbo in accounting and Foncha Stephanie in management, some of the best students again. The thing is, if I really want to tell you some of the strengths about HIPS, the list is really long. Hopefully I'll be able to have another opportunity to discuss this, but HIPS has so many qualities that make us stand out of the crowd.
Wow. So as for the year for outside HIPS, missing a woman Makandi, some people say you talk like HIPS.
HIPS don't lie.
Be sorry, HIPS
don't lie.
Actually applies to the school.
Definitely, HIPS don't lie. So.
Oh yes, certainly.
I was going to ask, what are the external advantages, because we've heard names. How far have they gone? Does HIPS does it have a follow-up scholarship program, or how is it done? We just learn and after that anyway everybody goes, or what?
Again, that's one of the strengths we have. We have a direct follow-up for our students. We've made sure that they have pathways that we've established, like very useful partnerships. For example, with my former universities in Britain, we have partnerships for direct admissions. So any student that wants to study in Britain, we're working with partnerships, with other universities around the world. But as of now, Britain is our mother country. Any student that wants to study abroad in Britain has direct admissions into 2 of my former universities in Britain. That's one of the things we do. Secondly, we have entrepreneurial scholarship, which we do. Each year we have the HIPS Talent Show, which we organize at the end of the year. And during that time, students come around and showcase some of the best talents they can have. It might be to start up a business, it can be to sing, or just any talent that you can demonstrate. And it's sponsored. We give you money, which is not a loan. It will vary depending on the scale of the business that you want to create. And so we do all these things. We have a scholarship for the best student again to study in Britain for 8 million francs. A student that can have a GPA of about 3.8 will be given 8 million francs to pay for their tuition fee. Wow. In fact, it's not given in cash. Please don't get me wrong. Remember, we actually pay that money into one of the 2 universities that I studied in Britain, and then you can now study for your master's degree. Also, for many students, I'm sure some of the reasons why some of our students choose us is because the employability rate of HIPS graduates is very high. Most of them, after 6 months or so, when they graduate, they find jobs. Sometimes we've discovered that some of them are really doing very, very good jobs already. So UP, again, our mentor university, has also given us an agreement to consume our products at the level of master's. So all our students have direct entry into master's degree programs in UB.
All right. So it means HIPS get guarantee for students then when they graduate from there already.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
I will not let the secretary of HIPS say. You want to ask him a question?
Definitely, I would just like to know the location. Because we say it's in Boya, right?
Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you.
Your mic a little bit more closer.
Good afternoon, thank you. Okay. Our main office is located at Sosoliso.
Sosoliso.
Yes, at Infinity Mansion.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the campus is at Third Malingo, around 100 meters from the Malingo entrance, going to Moya. Yes. While our ultramodern campus the building is going on. So hoping that and if maybe coming school year, yes, they can use part of the campus. So it's that St. Luke behind the main stage of Muliko.
Okay. Maybe we ask one of the students. You're studying masters, right?
I'm doing the BSc program.
Okay, all right. So what exactly cost you? Maybe what exactly made you to choose HIPS over other institutions?
After I had my advanced level, I was really like confused on what to study. There are other universities I visited in Boya, but like they say, HIPS don't lie for real. HIPS don't lie. Other universities deceived me.
Oh, other universities deceived you?
Yeah, for the program I really wanted to study. So I went online. As I was scrolling, I saw HIPS. I took the contact and I contacted the director. I never knew the location, so he directed me. When I went there, orientated me on what I could study.
Okay.
So I chose marketing, and he followed me up. I think I scored a good result for HND. I had 14 average, and they also gave me a scholarship in HIPS.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Can you clap for him? Oh.
And actually, as I'm studying now, I can say I'm having a part-time job with the institution.
That's good. That's great.
So actually, HIPS don't lie.
I mean, why were you taking note when he said that other universities deceiving you? You were taking note there. Why? I don't
know. Master University they flopped now. Yeah, so maybe they don't get this information from the resource. No, no, say HIPS not the lie. Anything when they come for television live, it's not the lie. So we do for HIPS back. If you get it picking, where you want to go school, come back, immediately get a job. Not that when they graduate from university, come back, get grey hair. Because you they find work again with the grey hair. Accept my condolence. Go for HIPS because not the lie. I see they testify here. My brother, continue.
So Agatha, has that been pretty much the same for you? How has the HIPS experience been?
I'm sorry if I may just come in.
Okay, no problem.
You know, before Agatha takes over the stage, I just want to comment on the same young man, Ben Felix, for you to understand the extent to which HIPS does not lie.
Okay.
He went. His first year was not done in HIPS.
Okay.
He went to another university. And following the frustrations and all the were telling him, he was being told he was looking for other options. So he actually came to HIPS in his second year, and he changed his department. We prepared him for 1 year, just 1 year, and then he wrote his HND and had the outstanding results that he had. So you can understand why he's telling you that he had been through a lot from other people telling lies. So sorry, I just needed to clarify.
No,
this
it's all right. It's all right.
Perfect.
You need to sell the image of the school as much as possible, because there are definitely so many young persons out there and who are wondering exactly which institution is definitely going to suit maybe their potentials whatsoever. So Agatha, has HIPS met your expectations?
Yes, I'm going to tell you Agatha, I'm a student